I had to do a little bit of the prep work ahead of time, right? So what I've got here for right now, I'm going to explain what I have, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. So we have some very small, is this kind of like a stilby, different types of little sprays and sprigs. They're kind of smaller, right? We want to keep the smaller because this is not going to be a huge project. I have these very small beige roses, which I love. These came from the at-home store. I need to get more of these. Got these from the Bloom Room, which is Joann. I like how it's orange, but it's a lighter orange. This is already very dark with the pumpkin, so we don't want to go too super dark. But I do have a little bit of dark. So these also came from Bloom Room. And then we have, this is kind of, think of more for the topper. This is a bush that came from Michael's. This was $10, but I probably paid at least maybe $6 or probably less for it. So that's going to go on the top. So what we're going to do is decorate the bottom with some smaller flowers and leaves, and then have some flowers and a bow coming out of the top. And I think our bow, I'm not sure about the middle one, but these are going to be the primary colors, kind of going with that rust type color. But I have, this is my 2.5 inch, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to stick with just my 1.5 inch. And look at that glitter, that copper foil on there. That is absolutely stunning. I love it so much. I think I'm just going to go with this. I want the florals to be the centerpiece of this. I don't want the focal point to be on the bow. So let me just get this over here for a second, because we're not going to do the bow first this time. All right, I'm going to put this behind me just so it's here if I need it. All right. What I've done is taken, this is a pumpkin from the at-home store. And this was, I think, $9.99. Linda, hello. How are you doing? Happy Monday. So I took this pumpkin from the at-home store. Now, this is not a jack-o'-lantern. This is just one of their fall pumpkins, no face, okay? And then I bought, this is a plastic gold platter I got from Dollar Tree. What I did was I put E6000 on the bottom of the pumpkin, and then kind of on the ridges, like where the parts are like sticking up, all the, I guess, all the higher parts. And then I just stuck it on the plate, and that's been sitting there for 24 hours. And then I took Gaps and Cracks. I put it around here because we're going to fill this all in with florals. You're probably not even going to see much of the plate. And then I added some on the top as well. That's where we're going to put our larger blooms and then a bow. All right. But the whole point of this is I want this to be a centerpiece. So we got to make sure that it looks nice and finished on all sides. So we're going to get started here. Oh, one more thing I bought. And I don't know if I'm going to use these, but I probably will. I have, this is a garland that I got from the at-home store. But I like the color of the leaves. The reason I thought about using this one is because it's got the shiny metallic, and so does the ribbon. The only thing that I'm not too keen on is that this is just like plastic, so it's not wired. So getting these in there might be a bit more difficult, so I might have to just kind of figure out. I've got my pick machine over here. I might have to put some picks on these, or I might just have to glue them like directly onto the foam or to the plate, which is fine. But that's going to be something I do toward the end. All right. So, hold on. I need another. I got to take a hit. Oh. Do you know that soda goes bad? Because I found some soda and I put it in the fridge and I didn't realize it expired a year ago. Ugh. Yuck. All right. Sorry, I need to sit. All right, so the pretty top florals are going to go to the side. I like these, but do you see if I put them down here on the bottom, it's very large, and I don't want to end up just seeing a little sliver of pumpkin. So I want to keep my smaller florals down here to the bottom. So that's why I'm going to start with these, as well as some of the different leaves. But I want to put the blooms in first, and then I will fill in with the leaves. So let's start. I'm going to snip off some of these. I am going to keep as much of the leaves that are on there as I can, because that'll also help kind of fill this out as well. This is going to be very pretty. And I like this. This is like, look at the leaves on here. They're like a really dark, deeper green. I like that. All right, trying to push that all the way up to the top. There's another set of leaves down here that I'm going to push up too. That makes it kind of stick out sort of far. Let's see. All right, I'm going to get where are my trusty snips? My dad's snips right here. All right, I'm going to cut it. I only need about, maybe about 3/4 to an inch of stem, honestly, on this, because we're going to poke it in. So let me get some glue on here, and then we're going to poke it. Our first one's going in, guys. We're going to put it in right here. Oh, that looks so pretty. All right, I'm going to cut the rest of these off. And I'm going to push the leaves up. Some of these I'm only going to do one leaf because it does make it stick out kind of tall. Well, let's trim these off and then kind of get to see what we're working with. I can kind of sort of space these out evenly. It doesn't have to be exact, right? I'm not trying to make it completely symmetrical, but I don't want to have a gap where like you don't see this for a while if you're looking around it. All right, so we got one there. Apologize for that. All right, I apologize. That was my mom calling me, or my dad. All right, I'm gonna go around. There we go. And I may have, if I have got one left, then that's something that I can add onto the top. Because I do want to have some of the flowers I put on the bottom. I do want to have some of those on the top too. All right, push that up a little bit more. All right, I'm going to put this one in right here. And I'm pushing it in pretty far too, because having the floral, the leaves on the bottom, it does push it out a little bit more. All right, so yeah, it does kind of look symmetrical. I got to not do that when I go with the next bunch. So let's see. Now these have these giant leaves on here. I'm not sure I'm going to like that or not, so I'm going to snip it off. Kind of see. You know what? I kind of like the leaves. I think I'm going to leave the leaves. Oh, sorry. That's bad. That's bad. All right, let's see what they look like. Let's stick one real close, like maybe up here. Cool. So then we'll see what one of these. Oh no! I just took the whole thing off. Hold on. He literally lost his head. All right, I'm gonna put a little dab of glue on the tip, just so I can make sure that this one stays on. That was funny. He just flew right off. That's okay. I know what he feels like. It's one of those days. All right. So then here's one of the beige roses. Kind of put that in here. That's looking pretty good. You see there's some spots here where you can still see things. We're going to put, I might end up going just with the rust ones. I don't know. I'm going to have to take a look and kind of see. I want to make sure I don't make this too dark. I do want to keep it a little bit livelier. All right, so let's cut off some of the rest of these. Let me get the tag off. That's always helpful. Let's get the tag off. All right, let me check out comments. Loretta, how's it going? Jenny, hello. Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having a good start to the week. Mine started off a little slow. I'm feeling kind of a little slow and sluggish today. I'm still recovering from, I took my daughter to see her very first concert on Saturday night. We got to see Pink, and she was amazing. She actually does acrobatics in the air. It was insane what she was doing. It was beautiful. I'd say for a first concert, that was pretty magnificent. But then it took us a really long time to get out of there. It was at Soldier Field. So it took us, I don't know. It took us an hour to get from our car onto I-55. Because things are so backed up there. So we got home kind of late, and then it kind of just messed up the timing of the rest of the weekend. All right, so I'm going to put this one up here. I'm going to stick another one of these little beige ones. Right down here. Stuck on one of the leaves. There we go. Pull the leaf out. Pull the petal out. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at how this is looking. Oh, this is looking really pretty. Really, really pretty. Really pretty. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay. Let me kind of keep going around. Take another one of our beige stems. I really like this. I've never really seen like the beige roses before. It's got a slight tinge of pink in the center, which is really pretty. I definitely want to get more of these from the at-home store. And that one I'm going to go kind of more up top. All right. This is really not a project that takes too long to do. It's actually going pretty quick. I mean, we still have to do the top and make the bow and everything, but it's not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, stick this one right here. Come on up, leaf. There we go. I don't want to leave you behind. Okay, I'll stop with the leaf jokes. I know. Dad jokes. They're not just for dads. All right. There we go. That looks pretty. Looking pretty. All right. So tell me, what are you guys having for lunch today? Have you eaten lunch yet? I have not yet. I'll go up here with this one. I have leftover, I got Panera from yesterday. So I'm super, super psyched about that. This one does not have a leaf. I have a salad. Imagine me eating a salad. Yes, I eat a little differently now. I eat very differently now. There we go. Going around. All right, just got one spot left. I think I'm definitely going to use one with a leaf. Here we go. Tossing this. I'll toss it in here like this. Can I have the leaf come under here? I want to have the leaf kind of come down this way. There we go. And then my little beige rose can go right there. All right. That does it for the florals around here. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta turn my fan on. I hope you don't hear the buzzing. But Linda's having a hot flash. Ooh, ooh, hot flash. Oh my gosh. Not fun. And a wave of nausea. Lovely. All right, here we go. All right, so this is what we got. I'm going to take my blooms. I still have 3 of them that I can end up putting in the top, so let me kind of snip these off. I might want it taller, so I'm going to give myself some room here. Same with this one. All right, move that down. Hot. I got all these lights on me too, so the lights are like really, really super hot. All right, so now I'm going to take just a couple of these, and I think, so I do have some of the light. I think I might go with the lighter here, the lighter one. So I'm going to take a look at what I've got here to work with. I think I'm going with the lighter because it's already getting kind of dark. So let's, here what I'm going to do. Got this one, but they're all on there. They have individual little pieces that I can just snip off. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm definitely not putting that in there as like one giant piece. Okay. Just want to snip that in there. Just try to think. I'm going to try it with putting a pick on it. See if it's too long. Okay, so let's see. This might be too long. I'm going to actually cut off some of the pick. I just needed to have a little bit of a sharp piece to put in there because it's on like a plastic piece. It's not on a wire, which is kind of a problem. So I'm going to go right here. Perfect. Okay, I think I'm going to use the pick machine. That settles it. That answers my question. 1, 2, 3. And then we do have a little bit of a leaf. Now this actually is on a stem that I can push in. So let me do that with this. Kind of like that. Got a couple more pieces like that I can do. So I'm going to put this, pushing it right into the foam. Just don't get any glue on your fingers, okay? Promise me you guys aren't going to hurt yourselves, okay? So that's kind of what it looks like there. So I thought that's super cute. I really, really like that. Okay, so let me go put some picks on these other ones. You could just try to put it in there with glue and just kind of glue it in there. It could stick to the foam at the bottom. It can stick to the other florals. You don't have to have a pick machine. It's just because I do have one that I'm going to use it. All right. Okay, I'm going to trim. If you do trim these, be very careful with these extra little metal pieces that you cut off because they are incredibly sharp. You don't want to step on them. You don't want to accidentally get one jammed underneath your fingernail. Let me tell you how lovely that feels. Oh, the pains and the joys of crafting. All right. Now, I like this brown piece. It's a little bit darker. So I'm going to go back to where I originally put the first one in. Let's kind of keep working our way around a little bit. I want to kind of go, I think, underneath, like right here. Okay, got a little bit of that in there. And we have a leaf here, so I don't want to put too much in here, but I do want to kind of put another one down toward the bottom. And I can always go in and add more. This is just our initial pass with where we are trying to put our leaves. I can just kind of pick up the floral so I can see everything and push it as far in as it'll go. And there we go. And then this one will kind of come up on the top. I'll put this one like right here. And take a look at how it's going so far. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, let's grab another bunch and kind of do the same thing we just did. Okay. I think they do call this Astilbe. It's gorgeous. It's one of my favorites. Now, they usually carry a lot of this at the at-home store in spring. I did not see any of it at my at-home store for fall yet. I'm hoping that they just haven't put it out yet because usually they have like rust colors and whatnot. And I want to make sure that I'm able to get some of that because Mama be loving that. All right. I'm going to put this leaf piece in. I'm going to go like right here. All right. See if I can bring it around behind there a little bit. Yep, that worked. Just so I can get a little bit of it kind of down there. All right, looking good. Let's put my pick on these. It's going to be really pretty because when you have a holiday table, you got to make sure that you pick something that looks nice from all the sides. You don't want it to be like, oh, well, here's the front. And then someone gets stuck looking in the back because they're going to think, what, you didn't like me enough to put me in the front so I can see the front? And then it's a whole battle, and you don't want anyone to feel, you know, neglected. No, I'm kidding. Most people aren't like me and they wouldn't read that much into it. They'll be like, yeah, I'll sit where I'm going to sit. I'm a little sensitive. Here we go. All right, let me get rid of these so I don't hurt myself. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Ow! It did hurt me. Ow. Oh. All right. Putting in another one. I'm going to actually kind of put it in right here because I do feel that there's a bit of a gapsy here. Push in. Come on, come on. There we go. There. I like that. I'm going to put one on the bottom. Okay, so like right in here. Going in, pushing in. There we go. Do this again. Moving around this time. Oh, let's still go on the bottom again because I think there's enough leaves up at the top where it's fine there. Okay. This one's going to come out of the top. This is going to go right above here. All right. I love poking stuff into this foam. All right, now we got just a little bit more we need. Just a little bit more. I think I'm going to use maybe this one. Now this one I don't need to put a pick on. It's already got some stuff in there. So let's... Okay, I'm going to put some down in there. All right, so let's get a little bit more and go with this one. Pick off, literally pick off, one, pick the picks, two, cut these off, come on, open up, eek, it's not wanting to go. I think it's me, it's user error, it's definitely me. Okay, so I have, see these tall leaves, I've got one here, and I've got one here, so I need to put one here to kind of make it feel like it's, you know, evened out. We don't want anything to be weird or lopsided, so I'm going to go right down, right up next to Mr. Pumpkin. Go right there. And try to pull one down. There we go. I don't want them right next to each other because then it's going to look like wings. We don't want that. Okay? Let's see what we need. Another one of these. Come on. All right. The pick bends a little bit, but it's not like a super heavy metal, but it's a sharp mofo. So you know, just watch. Just gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful. All right. All right. So there we go with that. I think I'm pretty much done. I do have some extra. You know what? I'm going to put a couple. I see a little spot. I see a couple of spots where I want to have a little bit of extra. So let's just get that in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. See a spot on the bottom here where it looks a little nakey. So. Two more. I see one at the top. Just like right up here, it just needs a little bit of lightness. So we're gonna add just a little one. Okay, just a little one. But one of the lighter colored ones. I like this bush because there's multiple different colors on it. So there's a little bit lighter, a little bit darker. It's not all one color. Okay. And then I want one right down here. All right, now we're gonna get to move up to the top. And on the top, I typically start with my bow, so I think that might be where we start this time. Where did I want that? I wanted it underneath here. Okay, I have decided against. I don't think I want to use any of these leaves because I think there's enough down here already, and that's just going to end up making it a little too much. So I'm not going to use the leaves. I will use them on something else, that's for sure. Okay, I'm going to put this aside as well. I probably will use some of these. Don't forget, we got to carry some of this up to the top in addition to the other ones, right? We can't just have two completely different kinds of florals up there. That would look weird. All right, so right now we've got that. Okay, oh, Loretta, Tracy, Carol. Hello, Carol, Kay, Janice. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Really. This introvert who used to be scared to death of everything is very appreciative that people tune in. Ow, ow! Sharp pieces. All right, now, you know what? I think I'm gonna put my florals in first. I think because that's gonna give me better direction on how large of a bow I need. So I think I'm gonna do my bow last. So here, we're not going to use all of these, but I know for sure I definitely wanted to use one of the sunflowers. Now, there's some different size ones. There's a really big one, and then there's a smaller one. So I'm going to take a look here and kind of see. I want to go with the smaller one because I think if I go with the larger one, it's going to look a little overpowering. All right. So we are going to have some height to this, but not super, super tall. Okay. So I've just started by just taking 2 of these. I'm going to start with this little mum. I think it's a mum. I'm terrible. I use all these beautiful florals and I have no idea what their names are. I'm like, it's a rose. That's all I know. That's all I got. All right. I'm going to put this one in. Okay, so I got one in. I'm going to go in now with this beautiful sunflower. Okay, and then underneath, let's pull in one of the florals from the bottom. So we're going to go with, I can't remember. This kind of looks like a marigold, but I don't know. All right, so that's kind of how we're going along with that. I do also have some really cute pumpkin picks on here, so I think at some point we're going to use that too. So let's pick another mum. And I want to make sure that I get the leaves, okay? Because the leaves are helping fill out some of the gaps here. You can see with, you know, this is the gaps and cracks that's sprayed on there. If you can still see it when we're done, I do have Spanish moss I can put on there, but I hate Spanish moss. It makes me vomit. It smells gross and it sticks on everything and it's just nasty. Make sure it goes down. I don't want to squish the sunflower, but I do want the sunflower to come out at a little bit of an angle. I don't want it looking straight up, right? Okay. All right. So let's pick another sunflower. We're going to go with the smaller one, okay? This is going to go down more toward the bottom, I think, because our other one was a little higher up. there. One was up there, so let's go down toward the bottom a little bit. Perfect. I'm liking that a lot. All right, now let's look at this. This is, I left the stem long, but I'll probably cut it down. So this is a little pumpkin, okay? And I think it looks really cute. So maybe we try to put him like at a little bit of an angle up this way. Chop a little bit off there. All right. So he'll kind of go, the bow won't be near him. The bow is probably going to be like over on the other side of him. And I do have another pumpkin should I need one. All right, so this is what we have so far. Then we have another mum. Well, let me get the price tag off first. And then I also want to bring in some of those florals from the bottom as well. I'm going to kind of use those to fill in a little bit of holes if we have any. All right, so here we go. Snipping off. Mum's the word. I don't know if that's what this is or not. There we go. I don't know flowers by name. I know them by price and store. The $2.99 roses from Joann. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to put this sunflower. I'm going to kind of go here. This one might get buried by the bow, but at least it'll be in there. We know it's there. All right. Ew, hold on. There we go. There we go. So now I'm going to bring in this little brown rose that we had like from down below. I was going to go in there. We're going to take one of our, this was, there, put that under the pumpkin. Now I am going to actually end up using the large sunflower toward the top. And then we're going to go in, we're going to fill in with other stuff, and then that, all right? All right, that pretty much means I'm probably going to put my bow roughly right in here. I do have another pick. Another pumpkin. And then we've got these cuties. They're just little white ones. You know, I don't think I'm going to use them in here though because they're very, very white. And there's nothing else that really comes out that white. So I am going to hold on to these, but for something else. So let me snip these off down here. Alright. Maybe I can save these too. I save everything. All right. Oh, you know what? I could put, I'll put one of these leaves on the pumpkin. Aha! Yeah. All right. So this is probably going to be where my bow goes. So I'm going to try to put the pumpkin actually kind of maybe toward the back a little bit. So kind of like right here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right. I'm going to go fill in with some of these again. Now I do have some, I might do like one of these, okay? So this is just a leaf, right? But I mean, I paid for it and I've got it. Put this right in here. The problem is, okay, I'm going to have to not use it on that stuff. I'm going to have to put a pick on it because it was too long. So let me put a pick on it real quick. All right. Trim that pick a little bit. I'm probably going to do this once or twice because I don't want to have just one in here, right? That would look a little bit weird. That would look a little weirdy. I do want to add a little bit, just some little touches of height, right? Doesn't have to be anything major, but oh, that's pretty. I like that. Okay, and then there was another one somewhere, I thought. Yep, right here. All right, I'll do the same thing. Do that kind of on the other side. All right, trim it down. Actually, I have to trim the plastic piece with it. That's kind of long. All right. I love glue guns. The things we can make with a little bit of glue, right? I got a little glue on my finger now. Hold on, I'm stuck. Ah! Yuck, 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 yuck. All right. All right. It's chock full of goodies. I got to get some of these little goodies, though. I've got to bring some of these up into here. Got to bring some up. So, oh, here's one of the other ones that I had from down below. So I'll put this up here. That's going to be the bow. Then let's add some height right back here. Nope, I'm going to go on the other side of it. It's being stubborn. It's being stubborn. All right, and then we get another one of these. Perfect. I think that ought to be kind of just enough. This one's going to go on the bottom. Alright, I want a couple more of these. I do want to bring some of this down toward the bottom a little bit. Okay, so let's trim these off. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I don't want it to look like it's got a hula hoop going around it, right? I'm starting to try to bring a little bit of this down. Not a lot, just a very, very little bit here and there. We don't want to cover the pumpkin, okay? We do not want to cover the pumpkin. So let's see where we're going to go. This guy right here, I can tell, needs a spot right there. All right. I've got 3 more to go. Let me put the picks on. 1, 2, 3, and a snip, and a snip, and a snip. All right. So I've got 3 left. 1, 2. I do want to kind of space these out a little bit. So we're gonna go 1, 2. 3, and just a little bit has to come out, okay? And we've got 2 more we need to do, kind of like 4 and 5. 2, 3. 4. Where did it go? Where did it go? I had one. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't have as many as I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4. I swore I had another one. Oh well. I've got this. Yeah, we'll use this. No, I didn't drop it anywhere. Oh, there it is. I'm not crazy. There it is. I'm not, well, not crazy for that reason anyway. All right. All right. That one's in there. I'm going to put this kind of in the top because I want a little bit of height. All right. Now I've got to figure out where I want to put the bow. And I think I'm going to put it, I think probably like right around here. Okay, I think. Let me take a look. Yep, that's where I want the bow. Kind of right in here, and I'm going to actually probably put it on a bit of a pick. So let me clean this up real quick, and then we're going to make our bow. We're only going to use 1.5 inch ribbon on this. Okay. Let me move this behemoth behind me. Oh my gosh, she's so heavy. Oh, now my foot caught my phone cord. Oh, I'm a hot mess. I'm literally a hot mess. Hold on. Let me drink my expired can of Diet Pepsi. When did this expire? I think February. Tastes like it. Ugh. Ugh. All right. I'm going to move this over to the side. This is my Easy Bows Design Pro. This is linked in my bio. This is my favorite wreath making tool. I don't think I could make without it because I can't hold on to the bow with my hand. It's a little difficult for me. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to make a bow that just has, honestly, a lot of loops. Because this is just an accent. This is not the main bow. So I don't, the loops need to be a little bit bigger. All right. I'm going to keep the tails a little bit longer too. Let me see. Yep. So I'm going to do 8-inch tails, okay? And then I'm going to pinch and twist. All right. Pinch and twist. All right. Pretty side over here. Back side of the ribbon over here, okay? I'm going to bring this around. Oh, stay put. Stay put. Trying to figure out how big of a loops do I want. And I think I want larger loops because this bow is going to kind of pull in a little bit. So we're not going to do a lot of loops, but I think we're going to do loops at 5 inches. So let's take that out, okay? I'm holding it here. I'm pinching it. Let's bring it over and take a look. Yeah. Yep, that's going to be good. All right. I got to get this back in. All right. Okay, so we're going to do 5-inch loops. 1, 2. Pinch and twist. Put it in here. Pinch and twist again. Here we go. Oh no! There's a splice in the ribbon, guys. There's a splice. I can't hide it in this kind of arrangement. I'm going to have to put this aside and use it for something else. Oh, okay. I hate when they do that. All right. Start over again. We had an 8-inch tail, and then we had 5-inch loops. Okay? So we're going to go set number 1. Set number 2. Set number 3. That might even be enough, guys. I think 6 loops in there is probably going to be enough. All right, so then this one's going to come out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do another one. Just one, because what I want is my tails to kind of come down off the same side, Okay. All right. Let's see what this looks like. All right. In order to secure it, I'm going to grab a beige chenille stem. Okay. I'm just going to wrap it around here. Shove it against my boobs. Get a little twisty. Because I don't need this whole pipe cleaner. I'm going to try to save the other half of it, right? I'm going to twist this. I'm going to twist, so I've got like about an inch. Now this is the point where if you don't have a pick machine, you can get those floral picks. You can use the wires from the florals that you already took stuff off of. Like this is from like a Halloween stem. I saved the stems. You can take your pipe cleaner, add a little bit of glue, and then you can wrap your pipe cleaner around this and then cut off the stem. And then that lets you insert it right in the foam. So you don't have to have a pick machine. You can, but that's one way. And then if you do something like this, it lets you really control the height of how tall you want your bow to be. Because like this, I'm going to be able to just put in there with the pick because it's kind of a lower arrangement. So I'm just going to cut this off. Oh wait, no. Use this. All right. Straighten that out. I'm saving the other half of that. Save what you can. Just don't hoard it for too long. If you haven't used it in a while, just get rid of it because then it just clutters your space. But as soon as you get rid of it, you know you're going to need it again, right? Yeah, that's how it works. All right. Get this all wrapped up. All right. Move this back to the side. Bring this back. Let me turn around and just get my pick machine. I gotta put a pick on it. All right, I've got a pick on here. So now I'm gonna fluff my loops, okay? So these are gonna kind of come out both toward the bottom. That's why I ended up doing like extra loops in here. But I want this to be like super loopy, all right? Big loops. And then we'll fix them too once we get it in there, all right? Because these are going to squish. So I'm trying to put it in right here. So I do want to trim off some of my excess. And I'm doing this because I only have about like maybe like an inch to an inch and a half of foam on there. So if I don't cut off some of the pick, it's going to hit the pumpkin and it's not going to be hard enough to pierce it and go through. So I'm basically just doing this for the length. All right. All right. It's going in, it's going in, it's going in, it's in! All right. Oops, my stuff just moved by itself. Oh, my craft space must be haunted. Ooh. No, it's not. I wonder if I can put something in the middle. Give me just a second. I'm thinking about something here. Which I probably won't do, but... I think I'm going to do that. Hold on. Give me just a minute. I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll take it out. I'm going to add just a little touch of the greenery into right behind the bow, right behind here, just so a little tiny bit of it actually kind of comes into contact with the bow. Kind of just helps make it feel cohesive a little bit. All right, put a little dab of glue. Yes, I have a glue pot, and I almost forget to turn it on. Yeah, I like that. There we go. See how I just brought a little bit of that through. I'm going to adjust that loop behind it actually, because there we go. I don't want to hide the pumpkin. We got a pretty little pumpkin here. Wants to be seen, okay? All right. Check, make sure I take a little bit off of this one. But aside from that, guys, we are done. Here is, and I'm saving these leaves because you never know. But here's our pumpkin. Here we go. Carol, I'm so excited. Tracy, oh my gosh. Jean, hello. Foam, so the foam, this is Gaps and Cracks. Now, it's not technically floral foam. It is spray insulation in a can. So you can get it at the home improvement store. It basically is used to fill like gaps between like windows and drywall. But we spray it on the pumpkins or in a container. You put it in a container. And it acts like floral foam. To me, it's easier than using the green stuff. I don't like using the green stuff because then you gotta attach the green stuff with like glue, and that may not hold. This stuff ain't coming off for nothing. But you have to make sure to just use it like in a ventilated area. If you're gonna spray it, like do it in the garage. Don't do it in your house. But I mean, it's no worse than any other chemical in your house, right? But give it 24 hours to cure, and then you can just go stabbing stuff in there like it's floral foam, and it's fantastic. I love it so much. I should own stock in the company right now, basically. Andrew. Hello, Sherry, Jean. Oh my gosh, Dewey, hello. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So this is what we got. So let's talk what we used here, okay? This is a plastic plate from Dollar Tree. They've got some really cute patterns, and you can't really see too much of it. It's mostly filled, but I went with gold because, you know, it's kind of like a fall color. But that's $1.25. The craft pumpkin, I got this from At Home Store. That was $9.99. Now you can get craft pumpkins like this at Michael's. I think they had them on a little bit of a sale when I was there last, but it wasn't like a really good sale yet. And then these florals came from a mixture of the big stuff on the top, mostly was from Michael's, as well as these little Estelby bushes. And then some of these other florals came from the At Home Store, and also Joann with their bloom room. So it kind of came from all over the place. And then this this beautiful, look at that beautiful bow, that beautiful copper colored. I think you can get that at Check Deco Exchange and Craft Outlet. I got it at the Craig Bachman warehouse sale. So Craig Bachman is who most of the wholesalers buy from. He's the guy who imports it, or the company that imports it. But they're not that far from me, and they have a warehouse sale twice a year. So I go and I'm able to pick up lots of supplies for like half the cost, which is why I then bundle everything up, and I have wreath kits that I've put together, and they're lower cost wreath kits, I think, because I got the supplies less expensively, so I'm kind of passing the savings on to other people. That kind of gives me an edge over other people who are supplying wreath kits, but they're great for, I've got some basic ones, I've got some fall wreath kits that are out there, really, really cute, gives you everything you need to make your own wreath, and I have tons of videos on, I can't say the name of it, but it's the Tube of the U, wink, wink, under Sweet Aria Decor. I put all my making videos out there if they turned out okay. But there's a lot of videos out there that show you how to make different things, including the wreaths that you can use with the wreath kits. So that's out there. That's at sweetariadecor.com. This will be listed at sweetariadecor.com probably at some point today, maybe tomorrow. And I'm also doing some craft shows in the area, so I'm going to be doing one. It's at a church, the Alleluia craft show, and I think that's the end of September. So I've got lots of craft shows coming up, but mostly I do Christmas stuff, so lots of Christmas coming up. So if you haven't already followed along, give me a follow, and we can kind of keep doing some stuff on Mondays. I love teaching people how to make stuff themselves, because crafting is therapy. It's not cheap therapy. A therapist might be cheaper, but to me it's very therapeutic. So I love spreading the word on crafting. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And even though it's very hot out here in Chicago, happy pre-fall. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can shop my store at sweetredecor.com, and you can follow me all over social media.